Have you ever felt busy all the time, but like you're going nowhere? Maybe you wake up every day, work hard, and stay occupied. But when you look back at the past year, you can't point to anything important you've done. Perhaps you see others moving forward, reaching big steps, while you feel stuck in the same place year after year. Or maybe you have big dreams, unclear wishes for a better life, but these wishes never happen because they are just floating in your mind. They are never written down, never planned. If you felt like a ship drifting at sea with no place to go, then this story is for you. Because once there was a man who lived this way for many years, until one talk gave him the guide that changed everything. Stay with me until the very end. In a really busy city where everyone seemed to know where they were going, there lived a 32-year-old man named Daniel. Daniel worked as a coffee maker in a busy coffee shop in the city center. It was the same job he'd had since he was 24. Daniel worked very hard. He came on time, served people with a smile, and went home tired every night. To anyone watching him, he looked busy, working hard, and responsible. But deep inside, Daniel felt empty. Every morning when his alarm clock rang, he would stare at the ceiling and think, "quote_0_." He wasn't sad about his job, but he wasn't happy either. He lived in a gray area, not failing, but not doing great either, just living day by day. Daniel's younger brother, Alex, had just opened his second restaurant at 28 years old. His friend from college, Sarah, had written and published a book. His neighbor, Tom, had climbed a huge mountain called Mount Kilimanjaro and started a group that helps people. When people asked, "Daniel, what do you want to achieve?" he would give unclear answers. "I want to do well. I want to travel someday. I want to do something important." But these weren't goals. They were just wishes, like clouds without shape. Daniel had no written goals, no clear path, no specific place to reach. He was like a ship with good sails and a strong engine, but no guide, no map, no port to get to. So the ship just drifted. One day became 1 week. 1 week became 1 month. 1 month became 8 years. And nothing changed. Daniel didn't realize that a life without goals isn't a calm life. It's a worried life. Because deep down, when you have no clear path, every day feels the same. And when every day feels the same, you start to wonder, am I wasting my time on earth? That question bothered Daniel every single night. One Friday evening, Daniel went to his high school reunion. The big hall was full of old classmates, all dressed nicely, sharing stories of what they had done. Daniel stood in the corner, holding a glass of water, just listening. "I just became a full partner at the law firm," one said. "We started our new company and it already makes $2 million, another shared. "I finished my advanced degree and I'm teaching at the university now." Quote 5. "So, Daniel, what have you been doing? What are you working towards?" Quote 6. "Who am I? What am I doing with my life? Get a better job, save money, be happy. I need help. I don't even know how to set a goal." The next morning, Daniel did something he had never done before. He asked for help. He remembered his old high school teacher, Mr. Harrison, who had guided many successful people. Daniel sent him a message. "I feel lost. Can we talk?" Mr. Harrison replied right away. "Come to my office Monday at 9 in the morning." When Daniel arrived, Mr. Harrison's office was not what he expected. The walls were covered with framed papers, pictures of students who had done great things, and a large world map with many pins marking different places. On the desk sat an old brass compass. Mr. Harrison looked at Daniel. His eyes were kind, yet they seemed to look right through him. He said, "You look like a man who has been sailing in circles." Daniel nodded. He was surprised how true this felt. Mr. Harrison picked up a brass compass. He placed it in Daniel's hands. "Tell me, Daniel," he began, "if I gave you a ship, a beautiful ship with strong sails, enough food for 1 year, and asked you to sail somewhere, but I didn't give you a compass, or a map, or a destination, where would you end up? Quote 14 __. I'd probably just drift," he replied. "Maybe end up wherever the current took me." "Exactly," Mr. Harrison said, "and that's what you've been doing with your life." He stood and walked to a large world map. "Every pin on this map," he explained, "shows a goal I have set and achieved. A specific place I decided to reach, not someday I'll travel, not maybe I'll visit Europe, but on June 15th, I will stand at the Eiffel Tower." He turned back to Daniel. "Goals are not wishes. Goals are destinations with dates. Without them, you're not steering your life. You're just watching what happens." Mr. Harrison pulled out a clean sheet of paper. He drew 3 circles. "There are 3 kinds of goals every person needs. First, the 1-year goal, something clear you will finish in 12 months, not get healthier, but run a 10-kilometer race on October 12th. Not save money, but save $5,000 by December 31st. Second, the 5-year vision. Where do you want to be in 5 years? What kind of job? What skill learned? What life built? Be clear. Third, the 20-year legacy." He paused. "When you are old and look back, what do you want to have made? What do you want to be remembered for?" Mr. Harrison slid the paper across the desk. "Daniel, I want you to leave this office today with 3 goals written on this paper, 1 for each circle. And I want you to make them SMART goals." "Smart?" Daniel asked. "Yes, it means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Not be successful, but launch my own coffee roasting business by January 2026. Not travel, but visit Japan for 2 weeks in April and learn basic Japanese first. Not be happy, but build 3 strong friendships this year by joining a weekly community group." Mr. Harrison leaned forward. "Here's what most people don't understand. Goals don't hold you back. Goals set you free. Because when you know where you're going, you stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. You stop drifting. You start navigating. That compass is yours now, but it only works if you pick a destination first. What's one thing I can do today to get closer?" He opened a savings account just for his business. He looked up good barista training programs. He read 1 chapter of a book about running a small business. Small steps, but now they were steps towards somewhere. Week after week, the changes became easy to see. Daniel started waking up at 5:30 in the morning to work on his goals before his job. He stopped looking at social media without purpose because he had more important things to do. He reached out to 3 local coffee shop owners and asked if he could learn from them. 1 said yes. 2 months later, Daniel faced his first big test. His old college friends asked him to go on an expensive trip for the weekend. The old Daniel would have said yes right away, even though he had no money for it. But the new Daniel looked at his goal, $10,000 saved by December 31st. He did the math. The trip would cost $800, almost 1 month of savings gone. He made a choice he had never made before. "I can't come this time. I'm saving for my business." His friends laughed. "You're always talking about someday. Live a little. This time?" Someday has a date. What are you working toward? "Man, you look different. More alive." "I know where I'm going now." That changes everything. My friend Daniel's story isn't just about starting a business. It's about the true power of knowing your direction. Here is the simple truth that changed Daniel's life forever, and it can change yours. You do not need to have everything figured out perfectly, but you must have something figured out. You need one goal, one clear endpoint with a clear deadline. Think about 3 important things. First, a goal without a deadline is only a wish. Saying, "Someday I will travel," will never happen. But saying, "I will visit Thailand on March 15th, 2026, creates a fire and makes you act. Second, you cannot hit a target that you cannot see clearly. Goals that are not clear bring results that are not clear. Goals that are specific lead to plans that are specific, and plans that are specific lead to actions that are specific. Third, knowing your direction is better than speed. You could be the hardest worker in the whole world, but if you are going nowhere, you will just get nowhere faster. It is always better to move slowly toward a clear destination than to run around in circles. So here is my direct challenge to you right now, today. Get a piece of paper. Write down one goal. Just one goal that you will achieve in the next 90 days. Make it very clear. Make it something you can measure. Give it a deadline. Not get in shape, but go to the gym 3 times a week for 12 weeks and lose 10 pounds by April 1st. Not learn something new, but finish an online course in graphic design and make 5 practice projects by March 20th. Not make my relationships better, but have one meaningful talk with someone I care about every week for the next 90 days. Write it down. Put it where you will see it every single day. And then ask yourself each morning, what is one thing I can do today to get closer? Because the moment you set a real goal, an endpoint with a date, you stop being a person who just drifts. You become a true navigator. Your life does not change when you only wish for something different. Your life changes when you decide where you are going and then start moving. If this story lit a fire inside you, then please give this video a like and share it with someone who has been drifting for too long. Drop a comment below and tell me, what is your one goal for the next 90 days? Let's help each other. And do not forget to subscribe because I will be back with more stories to keep you moving forward. Until then, remember, the compass only works when you choose a destination first. Stop drifting. Start navigating.